Namibia is facing a housing crisis, and yes, it deserves capital letters. This is no ordinary challenge. It is a national emergency that demands urgent, transformative solutions. Without access to secure and affordable housing, the promises of independence remain out of reach for many. After all, what does freedom mean if a citizen cannot proudly say, "That is my home, and it is mine"? Here are some bold, practical steps that could turn the tide and help Namibians achieve the dream of homeownership. Establish a national mortgage association. A national mortgage association could inject state funds into commercial banks, specifically to finance home mortgages. This would not only increase access to affordable housing, but also boost overall home ownership. Crucially, at least 55% of these loans should be earmarked for low and middle income earners. Tax rental income fairly and progressively. Rental income should not be a free ride. In countries like Tanzania, landlords are taxed at a rate of 31.45%, a measure that discourages unchecked profiteering. A similar system in Namibia would help regulate rent inflation and ensure fairness in the rental market. Impose higher property taxes on multi-property owners. Owning multiple properties should come with higher property tax obligations. This policy would curb speculative buying and make housing more accessible by discouraging the hoarding of property for profit. Audit the land register and tax companies that speculate on residential properties. Companies that own residential property but don't operate from those premises should be taxed at a higher rate. This discourages corporations from treating housing as an investment vehicle, thereby reducing upward pressure on prices. Introduce a capital gains tax, or CGT, on property sales by non-residents. Currently, Namibia has no CGT on property, making it a haven for foreign investors looking to speculate. Botswana charges 25% and South Africa 40%. It's time Namibia follows suit. This should also extend to companies holding residential property for profit, putting a brake on market speculation. Eliminate price-inflating legislation in the housing sector. Namibia's housing sector is burdened by protectionist policies that inflate the cost of building materials. If we support a free market approach to housing, we must remove regulatory distortions that artificially raise prices, such as those favoring local cement producers under the guise of infant industry protection. SECU-related policies also need revisiting. Affordable housing is impossible when materials are priced out of reach. Without homeownership, many Namibians will continue to feel like strangers in their own land. We cannot allow the legacy of forced removals and landlessness to persist under a different name. Now is the time for bold reforms that put roofs over heads and dignity back into the hands of our people.